Alright guys, time to tune this bike with this new exhaust. Now unfortunately I can't really rev it here high because there are a lot of people around me and they're going to freak out if I do that. So all I can do is a start up, but the idle, just so you know, is very rough. It actually also turns off on me. I desperately need a tune, but let's hear the start. Hopefully it doesn't stall on me. Let's see. I will do proper exhaust sound clips, dedicated videos for it. Just a small preview. See, it feels like it's about to stall on me when I do that, but it's pretty warmed up that it seems like it won't stall. But at the first cold start, it actually stalled on me. Yeah, I can't, literally guys, I just read it at like 2000 RPM. I cannot go louder than that. It's I have to be respectful. So yeah, let's take it to the dyno. The weird thing is that when I ride it and I exceed a couple thousand RPM, do you hear that? It sounds incredible. But once I start, you hear that rattle? Oh my god. But the shifts are very smooth. You don't hear any cracks and pops or anything like that. Oh my god, this exhaust is incredible. But what I've noticed is that it doesn't sound, when I start going like 4, 5, 6,000 RPM, it's not as loud as it is on idle and on low RPMs. It's a weird thing. So, you know, riding in the canyons and stuff, it's not gonna be excruciating for your ears. You hear the rattle? Oh my god, it's just... I can't really rev it too high. I want to avoid doing that because the ECU basically through the O2 sensors will try and adjust the AFR as much as possible on low RPM, but after a while, after a certain range of RPM, you can't really the ECU is set in a set parameter, so it will be very lean. I want to protect the engine, so you know, as higher as I get to the RPMs, you know, you're not losing that Ducati, you know, signature sound. It's still there. Yes, it's louder, yes, all that good stuff, but Ducati's still there, and that's what I like about the exhaust. Nice Ferrari. See, if you're ever wondering why there's traffic, this is why there's traffic. Here, why? This guy over here, look at this. He just keeps this steady speed, creating traffic in the back. Only if you ride a bike, you know who's creating the traffic. Look at this. The pop. Okay, I feel bad for the engine. I don't want to rip it. I can only imagine what's going to happen once I tune it and I take this bike to the canyons. It's going to sound insane. bike in LA. And just like that, I saved 20 minutes. All right, we're here. Now, I'm not going to be dynoing and tuning the bike today. I'm just here to drop the bike. But with the magic of editing, that doesn't matter to you guys, because I'll just jump to the day I'm back here, that it's ready to go, so we can get the dyno graph. All right, and just like that, it's dyno tuned. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna bring this up the screen, but we have surprisingly 198.52 at the wheel from 182.2 horsepower. This is crazy. This is over 16 horsepower increase. Now all I did to this bike was the exhaust, I did a sprint air filter, and that's it. So the dyno tuned it based on this. You know, there's no way you can get over 16 horsepower increase from an exhaust and an air filter, which tells you that this 182 horsepower, when it was stock, there was something that was restricting it. Maybe at the first service that I did at Ducati, they didn't fully unrestrict it. I'm not sure, but it was very logical that 182 for a stock Ducati seemed low, and it was low, and that's why the increase is over 16 horsepower. Now I'm going to start it and let it warm up before I go, but I don't want to do this in front of the front door because it is loud and I don't want to be annoying, so I'm just going to push it out and do that first cold start out there. Alright, I'm going to push it out. You know, I was talking to the guys inside, and I was telling them I'm kind of itching for the new 2025 Panigale V4. Not because of its looks, but mostly because of its performance. So they told me they actually dynoed a 2025 stock V4, and it was 198 or something at the wheel. That is insane, guys. 198 at the wheel stock. Can you imagine what that's gonna make if you tune it? We're talking about over 200 horsepower at the wheel. Now I'm kind of itching even more for a 2025 Panigale. Okay, I think this is far enough. Okay, let's hear it. I love it. I love it. Best choice ever. Okay, let's hop on and take it home. I think it's warm enough. Holy mo... Look at this, it's just still popping on its own. This is insane. Okay, I think it's louder. I don't know what's going on. Did I just forget how loud it was before or something? Because coming here, I would say, okay, it's not that loud. Oh my God. I really want to find a spot where I can rev it high a little bit, accelerate, because I'm going to do a proper review. I'm going to take it out for a ride in 2 days from now of the canyons. But I just want to get a quick taste of what it is to redline this thing right now that's tuned. Oh no guys, the bike is louder. 100% the bike is louder. Now I don't know if you can tell from the video compared to before when I was riding it here. Maybe the video cannot catch the sound, but live it does sound different. So the guys also tuned it to rev a little higher, because before it was under revving. I think it was around 13,700 RPM. I gotta take a look at the graph, but now they raised it to like 14,300 or so, whatever that limiter is. So if I'm riding, I'm okay with the heat. I don't feel the heat much, but if I stop, oh, that pipe is burning my leg. And the quick shifter, yes, I don't know what they did to it, but it's definitely better. So before with the quick shifter, I would upshift and it would have a drop. The front forks would drop. There was a delay in the quick shifter. I don't feel the delay now. This is perfect. Let's see. Oh my God. You know what? The quick shifter right now, it's identical to the 2025 Panigale V4 that I test rode last time. Literally like that. And see, I don't have the cylinder deactivation right now, so I can be like, okay, let me be quieter. It's the same thing. Whatever you do, it idles loud. Yeah, let's see if we can do this. Just a little bit. I'm not asking for much. Oh no, there's traffic in front of me. Oh my God, the acceleration. I mean, 16 horsepower is 16 horsepower, man. Give me a little bit of a clear road. Come on. That's not even close to red line. Oh, I can't wait to take it out, man. Oh, I'm gonna rip this thing in the canyons. I'm also not on GPS shift, so I get a little confused. Oh, the downshift. Right there, first gear. Oh my God. Alright guys, I'm not wearing gear. I can't. I have to stop this. I have to wait until 2 days to take it out of the canyons. Okay, let's hear it here. Okay guys, that's all I can do right now. I will do a proper sound review for you guys, on board, riding, stationary, and I will also compare it to the Aero, other Panigale V4 S, that Somer has. He has the Aero exhaust on it, and I will do a side-by-side exhaust comparison, Spark exhaust with the Aero. So for now, I hope this gave you a little bit of a taste what this exhaust sounds like outside and not in the garage. Yes, I know I did not do stationary revs, but that will be in the next video. So guys, stay tuned. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.